We about to laugh, y'all.
All right.
You ready? All right.
Yep. Good afternoon, KAZ Radio, Business Land, TV Land, as Montana like to say it, and all the entrepreneurs that's out there in the world. We're going to be going over a lot of good information. We got a lot of good things that happened in the past week. We're going to catch you up on some current events, and we got the good, the bad, and the ugly when it comes down to news. We got a special guest that's going to be here. And my host will be here very shortly, but of course I am the co-host, Vernon Tyus. Woo woo! And then what we're going to have is and let's put a little light on our guest real quick before something happens. Let's put a light on him. Okay, that's who we got going to be talking some mess today. We're going to have a party, and then we got some people that's going to be on Zoom. If we can put him on the station real quick. Hey, Marv.
Hey, what's going on?
Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party. So now we have our host, Miss Montana Moore of Building Business Leaders of Tomorrow Today. Woo woo.
Listen, that's mine. You stealing it. Always stealing my stuff.
No, you been stealing my stuff.
All right, good afternoon. Where we leave off at? Building Business Leaders of Tomorrow Today. We are in the 4th week of classes. Woo woo! So 3 more weeks to go, and you guys are done. The majority of the class, I think it's 60 people. Got their nonprofits. Well, half got their nonprofits. Some of them are still applying. Some of them pretty much might be stuck. They don't know what name or what to do at this point. But before this class is over, they will be having their business structured and planned. All right. So tonight is going down. Real Estate 101 is going down tonight at 6 o'clock at 503 East 200th Street. If you are interested in joining or interested in signing up for the real estate class, our next real estate class will be in October 21st at 6 p.m. So you can give me a call, 216-815-7300, or come visit us at 503 East 200th Street in Euclid, Ohio tonight. All right, you can sit in tonight, and Vernon going to be talking about charitable gifting.
Oh, that's what we're going to talk about? I got one shout out to Shahira Bashir. Every time you call me while we on the radio show, I'm going to put you on the spot. You need to be watching the show instead of calling me. You know we can't answer the phone, all right? Or somebody going to send you a Zoom link if you got something to say to the audience.
Oh, man. Okay, so we got any issues, plans, anything going down? Because I got a lot of stuff.
Nah. I mean, we got a lot of things that we're gonna discuss. Some current events,
okay.
Some of the things that we need to look out for, some of the things that radio, TV, and this business world need to be looking out for. And then we got a couple things that we need to touch on with Marvin Space, and then we got our guest that has a lot to say.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
First of all, let's talk more about this business class. We got some people that have missed their appointments,
yes.
And we got a lot of catching up to do. So we coming to see you. Ain't that right, Montana? Yes, we are.
See nobody.
We coming to see you. Me and Montana will come and see you and take care of your affairs personally. So we're gonna make up for all that lost time, and you will be caught up. Trust me on that.
All right. It is our fault then, yeah. If you missed your appointment, it's our fault. Yes. If you missed your appointment, it's your fault. Then you go see Vernon.
All right.
I'm just playing, y'all. Just playing.
And like Montana said, the real estate class is going to be off the hook today. We're going to be talking more about charitable gifting involving real estate. So those of you that have wondered, like, what is this section is about, week 4, right?
Week 4.
Talking about nonprofits and real estate, you get ready to find out today. All right. So if you want to visit us, if you want to come through and pilot the program so you can see what you got to look forward to in October, welcome. Come on through. as
Come
she
in,
said,
take a look. Standing room only. No, I'm just playing.
503 East 200th Street, Suite 103. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things before we get started with our guests, I like to make, I like to address one issue out here, and that's this whole, this whole Black Lives Matter thing that we got going on. And we have a lot of initiative. We got some people out here that they got the license plates, they got the T-shirts, they got the signs in the yard and stuff like that. And I think that we need to honor that to its utmost. And that means not just all of us, but not just us that's doing it, but everybody that's in the community. Because now we having situations, we've been having situations that we don't address, and that's within each other. Recently, we didn't experience a senseless murder of a prospective Block member, somebody that has already been participating in the Block program and was getting ready to sign up for this October class. And he has been working with our real estate division, with the real estate investors, with our contractors and stuff like that. And I think he's been working with us for the last six or 7 months now. So I'm going to bring on one of his mentors that actually brought him to Block and have a discussion with him and let him tell a story and what his feelings is like. And without further ado, Marvin Space is on Zoom. So how you doing, Marv?
I'm doing good. How y'all doing?
Everything is good. So why don't you tell us about, how, tell us the gentleman's name, which I'm not gonna act like I don't know it, but I'm gonna give you the honor to do that. Give him a shout out to his family and everything else, and tell us how this guy, what made you bring him to Block, and what happened in this situation, and your thoughts about it.
Okay. I want to give condolences first to Antonio Terrace's family. I know he had a young daughter. He just recently had a young daughter. His mother was getting ready to start doing business with me and him, and his name is Antonio Terrace. He was into an incident a few days ago, and he lost his life. And he's been working with me and my company for going on 3 years now. And one of the things that I noticed about him was the way he hustled and the way he worked. And we got off to a good start because I actually brought him in. I forgot how I was introduced to him, but he actually was one of the guys that came in on a project of mine where I had to fire one of the other contractors that did a project the wrong way. And the first time that I met him 3 years ago, it was the immediate thing that I noticed about him. He had some potential. He was a little rough around the edges, but he had the desire to want to learn and grow his business. And that was probably where, I started to offer him some of the advice that we offered the members in the class. And in the last 6 or 7 months, we started to do more and more work. He was involved in a lot of the projects that I did last year. And then this year, he was involved in the projects that some of the members were doing. And every time we would do a project, every time we talked about doing business together, it was always, how can we make things better? How can we do business the right way? I know me, Vernon, Montana, we talk a lot about doing business the right way. And so Antonio had got to the point to where he was just basically doing business hand to hand, where it's no structure to where he had structured his business. He got registered. He was bringing his family along and actually learning from us, where I became a mentor to him to kind of show him the different ins and outs of how he can get more from his own business. He had a concrete company, Premier Construction and Concrete. And so he was doing concrete, haul away, demolition, and roofing. And so as I needed more work, he was my go-to guy for majority of all my projects. And actually, the day before he passed away, I had just talked to him because we were getting ready for another project this week. So the most important thing that I'm saying is that the one thing about this guy, he was a good guy. I just feel like he got maybe caught up in the wrong situation at the wrong time. But if it was a problem that I had with one of his projects or his craftsmanship or his work, he always made it a point to come back and fix his problems and always made it a point to be loyal to me. And that was one thing I always said, okay, if he's going to be loyal to me and we're going to work together, I'm going to give him as many jewels as I can so he can expand his business as we expanded as a business community.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'm going to say the reason why that this conversation or this segment is pretty important is because we talk about Blot and our initiative, and a lot of things that we do inside of Blot is about us showing each other that we need you. We need you to operate a certain kind of way, right? So this brother, we needed him. You know what I'm saying? Just like every other brother and sister out here, we need you. We need you in the business world. We need you in the real estate world. We need you to be model citizens. We need you. And I don't think that there's no situation that gives anybody the right to take away something that we need, right? We need each other to be productive, prosperous, and all of that stuff. And here it is, another life that's gone too soon when he was on the verge of a breakthrough. You see what I'm saying? He hadn't changed his ways. I spoke with his father one time. His father came through. He said, I'm happy that y'all grab hold of my son, and I appreciate that you showing him what to do. And what I want him to do, whatever it takes for him to get in the next class, then we're going to do it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to come back and I'm going to talk to you about the same thing. Okay. October is 2 months away, a month away. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying that this would have changed the situation, avoiding that right there. But what I am saying is this is somebody that was getting ready to be one of our members that could have helped a whole bunch of other people, just like every other Blot member that comes into Blot is always putting their hands on someone and moving them forward. He could have been a blessing to someone going forward. You see what I'm saying? And someone or a situation took that away. As I hear, it was a cell phone, which is a shame.
And piggyback off what you're saying, Vern, the important thing is, we see a lot of social media posts, a lot of people saying, deal with black businesses, Black Lives Matter, and these different things. But the most important thing is we are in the actual process, and we are actually dealing with business owners that are black, and we're creating other business owners as we grow and as we expand. And so to see somebody like Antonio that has so much potential to where his business actually went from a small business to where he was getting the bulk of my construction and demolition projects, and his business was expanding even more to where it was going to be a point to where he was going to be a top concrete company in the city, a black owned, and so all that stuff that people say and post online, we're actually doing it, and we're actually helping people. And he was one of those people that latched on to us, and we latched on to him, and it's definitely an unfortunate situation.
Okay. Hey, Marv, I don't mean to cut this one short, but time is very, very important here that we stay on track. Man, give us a real quick shout out to that brother's family, man, and then we have to move on to our other special guest.
Shout out to Antonio Terrace's family. Condolences to him and his family, and we're gonna keep moving in his memory.
Thank you, man. Yeah. So, Montana, you have us a special guest.
Very sad story. All right, so yes, special guest is here. You know him by the name of the Mr. Big Shot. You know him by other names. He is out there doing it in Akron, Canton, Youngstown, Cleveland, Ohio, across the northern and southern Ohio. He's going international and national. He's the big guru. He came to our Block class, got his nonprofit, for-profit business structuring, and he's going to talk about Gavali in the house. Tony Sanders, what's up?
As Montana will say, whoop, 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 whoop. Hello, everybody. Happy to be here with my family, Blot has been a true blessing to me as a developer, as an entrepreneur, and I don't care where I'm at in the world, I'm coming to see my family.
So tell us about this Gavali thing, man.
Gavali is doing what it do from the seed. I was fortunate. I was an Uber driver. A lot of people don't know that. I did food deliveries. I drove, and it helped me really learn how to brand on the international side. So I was fortunate to, just throw the name out there, the doctors, lawyers, people from all over the globe, from Dubai to you name it. And it went from the energy of the acceptance on the international to me going full-fledged. So I'm no longer an Uber driver. I'm no longer delivering y'all food, but I still love y'all out there. And we're moving forward. We're doing joggers. We're doing hats. We're going to be doing dresses. I'm going to make a real nice dress for you by the time.
Okay, all
But you
right.
got the promised space out there. I'll let you know after the show.
Okay.
And we're going to eyewear. I just got a piece delivered from overseas this morning to give me my first sample far as on, we're gonna be doing wood, we're gonna be doing acetate, and then I got my first little piece of wood right here in my hand with the Cavalli on there. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it's really pretty cool, So we're looking forward. So I'm looking forward to branding with Blot, and we growing and taking entrepreneur science to another level, and we can help people all over the world. We ain't gonna just do this thing in the United States. We're gonna do this thing all over the world, because one thing that I learned in music, which I was an executive for 20 years, which you know how it go. You always find your way back home. But I was able to learn you can't just make money in one situation when the whole world wants to know what's going on. So I think me and Block, we're gonna put some things down on the international side, and we're gonna do this thing. Got my man Marv up there. We got a show that we're doing. Can we make some money? And it's about real estate, investing, and development. So we're gonna show the world on how you take a tent and make it a castle. Also, Cavalli Lifestyle is my fashion real TV show that's gonna be showing entrepreneurs how you can develop yourself into an entrepreneur, whatever you wanna do. I'm doing fashion, but I will highlight other things because everybody ain't into fashion as far as in, development part, but everybody who wants to make their own money has to be an entrepreneur. So you can take what I'm doing and just, put it in place of what you're doing. Also, we will be doing a film. I don't even know how I have time to sleep half the time. And the film has a pretty funny title, so don't laugh, y'all, when I say it. It's called Fussbox. And it's gonna be about, people or someone, the character that needs, to understand balance, that you don't always have to be upset or to get your point across with anger. All about balance. So it's gonna be funny and it's gonna have a storyline. But like I say, my home is Blot, and I'm happy to be here.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, thank
now,
you. Wow.
I see a lot of activity with you on this Cavs Nation thing, man. What's going? Tell us the story, man, behind that, man.
Before you tell the story about the Cavs Nation, there's a lot of people that has chimed in and they want to know, how did you start your clothing line?
Well, it
wasn't hard. Just give some details.
Well, you know what? When I went from music or being executive, I wanted something that didn't have the corporate pressure like Clear Channel and Radio One back, when I was doing my independent thing, whereas you had to be in a certain circle for your record to get played. So I pretty much got tired of living that life. So I said, I want something to shine, that you can shine, but just don't have the political pressure. So I chose fashion. And my son came up, I asked my son, Junior, I said, yo, I got a bag of money for you. I need a good name that, will be respected without seeing anything. And he came up with the name Cavalli. So from there, he said, Dad, I know that you're going to make it a household name. So, let's do this.
Okay.
The rest was history.
Okay. Now give us that shout out to Cavs Nations and tell us a little bit more about that activity, man.
You know what? It was a funny thing. I was bored out of my mind. And this was 2014, before LeBron came back to Cleveland. It might have been about, I want to say maybe like 90 days before he came back. I was bored. I said, you know what? I'm going to start a social media like sports page and just kick it with a couple of my friends. We just talk sports. So I started off with 50 members, and we just was talking and having fun. Next thing you know, we had 41,000 members now. So it's very entertaining. It's a good thing to be in touch with the city. I never knew so many people in my life until Cavs Nation. So it's, and it gives, a great stage for, Blot, can we make some money, Cavalli, the chance to market to our people to keep them up as well.
Right.
Very good.
Right.
Very
That's
good. What other questions you got for him?
Let me see. So what's your experience when you came to Blot? Like when you first came compared to now your ongoing relationship with Blot?
Well, before I came to Blot, I was riding in a Pinto. I don't know if y'all old enough to know what a Pinto car is.
No, I don't know what a Pinto
Yeah,
is.
we know what a Pinto is.
All right.
Well, I tell you know what a Pinto is.
Yeah, I'm 20,
And
35.
after I left Blot, now I feel like I'm riding in a spaceship. So
Woo, okay.
I hope I answered that to
I guess that's an
perfection.
upgrade.
What you got to say to Marv up there, man?
Marv, well, I call him Numbers. So,
Numbers?
Yeah, so I didn't know who you was talking about when you said Marv.
Numbers.
I call him Numbers, but you know what, man? I'm going to tell you about Numbers. Numbers is one of the great people to work with, and we had a deep talk yesterday, and the more I talk to him, the more I see that, he was chosen from a higher above to help people. He don't just want to eat by himself, sitting at the table with the lobster and steak, and then we got a Navy bean can with one Navy bean in it, a rusty fork, and a rusted knife. Marv, Numbers ain't gonna do that to you. He'll eat the one bean out the can with the rusted forks before he let his students or his people. So I'm honored that I could be able to deliver that message about an awesome person.
Yep. Marv been with me for about 11 years now, so yeah, I know what you're talking about. Numbers, huh?
Numbers.
Know your numbers, Marv. All right. So why don't you give a shout out to the TV land out there and let them know where to find Cavalli at, Cavs Nations, and all that stuff.
The Real Cavalli on IG. That's the website. Catch me there. Facebook, Tony Sanders. I got 5,000 friends, so you can always follow me. Cavs Nation. Just it is a private group, so just find us. We'll definitely be there. And also, you can catch me at Blot, 200th Street, 503, Suite 103. I'm always in the building at least once a week. Come see us.
All right.
He'll be there tonight while we talking our stuff about it. It was me and Montana. We'll be talking about that charitable gifting, how to transfer real estate to your nonprofit and utilize it. Okay, it's probably one of the most valuable assets to have inside of a nonprofit. It's one of the ones that's going to give you that exponential growth and income inside your business, including a nonprofit.
Right.
All right. One of the other things that I wanted to put out in the report, is this. We talked about it being a very risky climate, a high emotional climate, especially in the finance and the business world. And there's going to be a lot of scams, a lot of opportunities. While we're sitting up here looking for opportunities because of the way things are changing, you still have to be aware of things that sound good, but that are not so good, all right? One of the terms that we use inside of GBC and Blot is, do not chase the shiny nickel, all right? And one of the shiny nickels has been exposed today. Westlake advisors, I ain't gonna say all of them, but there's 3 Westlake advisors that have just been indicted for providing an opportunity to 54 elder people. And the opportunity, and I'm surprised to even be hearing this, was deemed to be a Ponzi scheme. So you have to be on alert about things that sound too good with minimum research and minimum prospectus. You have to be on alert for those things, because there's people, when they see that you're looking for an opportunity, you're worried about opportunities, they will take advantage of you. So do your due diligence, get other professionals involved. If you have an attorney, always have an attorney on deck. You know, I'm a financial advisor. Montana's a business coach. We don't mind meeting with your professionals, okay? We engage in partnerships like that. So make sure that you add that to your system, right? Don't get taken for all your money. Please don't, all right? Because this stuff is real. All right, Tony, you sound like you got something else to say, man. You
I just want to say, you know, I gave Blot, which is, you know, the movement, but I want to give a special thanks to Montana and you, Vernon, man, for, you know, taking y'all time as far as, you know, making me family, making me on the board. And I'm going to say, you know, skies is the limit. I'm hungry. Y'all hungry. Let's eat. And one more thing, man. Shout out to Antonio. I got a chance to only meet him one time. He came on a job site that me and Numbers, you know, we were actually filming and got a chance to interview him. And he gravitated to the camera like, he was really, you know, feeling, you know, explaining and sharing with the world on concrete and what it takes. And so, you know, we're gonna do a tribute show as far as in his honor on that take.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, and blessings to his family. One of the things I really want to hone in on, I can't beat it up enough, is that we need you, all right? Talking to the people, and, you know, black people, business owners, we need you. It seems like the grave sites and the jail cells are just taking us away. And I tell some of the family members that always go back on vacation, as we call it, I can't utilize you if you keep going back to that space, okay? Especially men. If you keep going back to that space, you keep putting yourself into an atmosphere to where it's gonna get you in trouble. You're either gonna go to jail or get killed. You're taking away from your heritage, you're taking away from your culture, you're taking away from the people that could probably utilize you, as these 2 men and myself has utilized Antonio. So I can go again and say that we need you. We need you to be prosperous. We need you to be productive. We need you to come out here and be smart businessmen. We need you to be great fathers, okay? Montana, what you got to add to that?
I just say it's time for the community to start waking up. Enough is enough. We got our futures to look forward to. We only on this earth for a split second, and we have to live our life to the fullest. And all this nonsense that's going on in the world needs to stop now. They don't have this kind of stuff out in different communities, as you know. It's only in ours, and they blow ours up to where we look so bad, it's pathetic. So young people start waking up, older people start teaching the young people, you know, what's going on. And it's just time to make a change, because this is just getting tiring. It's been going on too long, and it's time to change and wake up. Start afresh, start anew, stop fighting over stupid stuff that's not even worth dying for. All right, so I think our time is up right now. We will be here next Wednesday at noon. Peace out. Blot Incorporated, building business leaders up tomorrow. Today on KAZ Radio TV, host Montana.
Tyus. Woo woo.
And see y'all next week.
Peace.